I know Absa, loves this platform layout, and I have my experience. Not only does Ranno juggle quite nicely, given the smaller side blast zones, he's able to put on a ton of pressure from carry combos off stage.
Yeah, as far as stage picks go, this is a really strong pick for both of these characters, so I'm expecting a lot of solid play from both ends. Honestly, this could go back and forth in a really heavy way, depending on whoever's got control of the stage. Right now, it's Penguin taking the command.
Yeah, I love this edge guarding too. Just putting those. Not only does Penguin use the clouds to control space, he uses it for mobility too, and that's where he's able to find that extra ounce of optimization.
Like I said earlier, man, a lot of this game is whiff punishing. If you know your movement options, you know how to not just use, but abuse them.
Yeah.
That's what keeps you able to play. And don't worry, Prime is coming back slowly but surely.
Seeing all the bubble tricks Rannos have, the fact that they can tongue off of it as well as dance onto it down air, it's so sick. They can basically fly.
More importantly, they just don't die, but the whip from the side B is going to cost Prime his first stock.
That is so huge, especially because that was just at 36% for Penguin. Prime was in position to get a ton of damage off that bubble.
I'm hoping this isn't nerves of the situation. Prime bringing himself right back away.
That looked very confident. He knew exactly when the bubble was going off and put Penguin in a spot where there was nothing he could do right afterwards.
Do what you got to do to get yourself back in the situation. And like I said, man, so far this set doesn't have any definitive winner, despite the fact that Penguin's doing such a good job of forcing out from center stage. Prime has been doing equally well with mixing up what he's doing from the ledge, how he can survive, and every opportunity he's gotten, he's been able to parry Penguin.
Yeah, I mean, considering the amount of obstacle courses that Absa can put out between you and the stage, Prime has been doing a really nice job of still barely maneuvering through so many of them. Solid 25%, not going to be finding much more off that bubble, but it is 0% bubble.
Yeah, just got to put down the damage where you can. And I think it was good just to do that because it wasn't very committal. And also, Prime recognizes he doesn't have a lot of time on the stage in this particular match, or at least in this situation.
Yeah, especially as time goes on, Penguin is getting more and more solid about finding these follow-ups. Prime managing to escape follow-ups after the sweet spot forward air. Oh, beautiful!
And doesn't matter.
Yeah, what a tech doesn't matter. That is fighting Penguin in a nutshell. It's just like, oh, I'm amazing. It's like, no, I have a contingency for that. I can just dance back and catch you for wall teching with an up air right afterwards. Wow. Penguin, I remember last year's Smash and Splashes where Penguin really exploded in the top 8. Because up until then, he was attending events. Everybody knew him as being very, very strong based on his performance online and offline. He was still a monster. But then it took until then for him to really break into the top 4, top 3 and really tear people apart. And ever since then, he's been contending with Cake and has actually taken a major himself.
Hey, he certainly knows Solid, especially when it comes to his Absa play. As can very clearly be sitting off this first stock.
Yeah,
that's going wild, and he's not stopping yet at all.
That's the downside of this stage is that you can use both players get so much punishes off of the platforms and edge cancels here, but that can also put you at a huge risk at characters that can normally stalk you in the blast zone anyway.
There's just so much opportunity to move around. Look at this second tier platform. It's here, it's gone, but Penguin still manages to zip and zoom around it.
It's everything that's fun about Rockwall's pillars for Absa, except it's also moving. Beautiful follow-up. Absa, Penguin only at 18% and on his first stock still.
Yeah, Prime, it seems like he's smiling. It seems like he's having a good time trying to figure it out, but this is such a difficult puzzle to solve. When Penguin's moving around so confidently, what do? You can barely catch up to him, let alone be able to stop wherever he has his cloud.
Yeah. And even still, even though Penguin has such a great position, we don't see him overcommitting too much in neutral either. He's just getting a little bit more out of it, finding just the solidest of follow-ups. Oh my god!
Who does that?
I was living bomb on, what's he gonna do with it? And just at that last one, does the first jolt and does no immediate chase to force Prime to disengage immediately. Because if that second movement of Quick as that came out, Prime would explode, right? So he had him move to take that into account. And then Penguin, instead of going for it immediately, knows the platform was right under him, so he could then use that to extend and then punish wherever Prime went. And timed it and lined it perfectly.
That was such a dominant game too. I can't even guess my boy up. There's nothing that can be said about that one. I was just I really hope you like watching Absa.
Yeah.
That's what this set has evolved to.
I mean, I love watching Absa because I main the character. And I can watch this all day, but unfortunately Prime can't play this all day. He's already down 2 games. Gonna opt for Ethereal Gates. Oh no. Yeah, Prime laughed at that. That was definitely just an execution error. Just like, all right, I'm just gonna have to keep rolling with it.
Yeah, that's one of the things to appreciate about Prime as a player is that he's not gonna get tilted easily by how dire the situation is. Like, he's still in it.
Wow, ready to go, still teching and staying on to life. And that's the thing, even though like we're saying like Penguin is ready for these contingencies, just being ready though to survive the first wave is still impressive as far as Rivals goes.
Like, you're taking such a large amount of abuse from Penguin, but Prime has not slowed down his game plan. He's still trying to chip away at Penguin, still trying to punish wherever Penguin makes his mistakes. And though they may be few and far between, Prime has found those opportunities.
Here we go. Oh, Penguin just waits this time. Up until now, yeah, he hasn't been able to find follow-ups off of the first sweet spot there. So he's not looking for another Thunder Kick now. He's just trying to react even further to Prime's defense.
I don't like the side special reads that Prime's trying to go for. Even though he can get a ton off of it, it's just not paying off because of how mobile Penguin's been. And on top of that, I feel like Penguin recognizes the situation because Prime hasn't really tried to mix that up in particular about his offense.
Now Prime on his last stock. Once again, Penguin looking to do another 3 stock. I like the way Prime is handling neutral a little bit more though. He's leading Penguin to come in with these quick attacks and just finding a kick here and there, not getting too carried away with it, but it's with these little happy punishes that you can slowly carve your comeback.
Yeah, like, mechanically speaking, I think Prime is playing it out very well because these little hits, what's helping him establish the stage control is very smart. The problem is that Rivals of Aether really isn't that kind of a game. You're not going to get rewarded for that 1 to 2 hit.
Now, yeah.
If you watch Penguins play, he makes that 1 hit, stretches it as far as possible, and that's why we saw such a confident 3-0 from him.
Yeah. And like, not only is that stretching just like in terms of the immediate combo you can get off the given hits,